Hello and welcome to Black Myth WuKong's big deal happening right now. There's a lot going on in the community, and I wanted to warn my community to stay clear of all of the leaks because they're out there. And I hope I don't encourage anyone to go check that out. If you're going to play this game, there's some really amazing story stuff that is super interesting and that can help you really enjoy the game a lot more. Of course, I have been showcasing a lot of gameplay and some story, but mostly gameplay. And this isn't spoiling any of the major plots that have, the significant impact. But I do have a lot of coverage. You want to check that out, feel free. You're going to just see a lot of boss fights and things like that in my footage. And you'll see some worlds and some couple of cool things. But there's some appearances and some special things that need to worry about. So I'm going to get into that conversation and talk about what is going on. The Black Myth WuKong producer put out a statement because there has been so many leaks and things that they basically can't stop out there, and it's been a tough time for them. And so they wanted to clear up a couple things. And I'm just going to kind of skim through some of the important parts of what he's saying and let you guys decide from there. You're going to be watching some cool footage in the background, so enjoy. So it says the charm of the story comes from the curiosity of the listener. The reason why someone can listen is because they don't know which character will appear in the story, where their conflicts come from, what are their motives, the ending, and so on. You deliberately destroy the mystery and surprise to the story and purpose. You're trying to destroy the foundation of the new story, and the audience expectations become meaningless. And he goes on to try to explain they worked on this game for 4 years, promoting it for 4 years. I'm sorry. And, it's been a work of labor, basically. And they wanted to protect the mystery of the story, protect the mystery of what you experience in it. That way people can fully immerse themselves. And then he goes on to talk about the ordinary player or viewer's perspective. And he had three suggestions. One of them was, if you can choose, do not interact or watch leaked content involving spoilers. That way you can feel the final experience of the game better. It's okay if you want to watch, but do not take initiative to spread or talk about these contents so as not to hurt people who don't want to watch it. And he goes, and by the way, these are translated, so I'm kind of rereading them in my own words. If there are friends around who clearly express that they don't want any spoilers, have respect for them, basically. So they're just hoping everyone can enjoy it on the final product. They're confident that no matter what the leaks do, that the game is still strong regardless, and people are going to have fun. And then he ends with a really good quote. He said, "Don't worry. Don't be upset. Black Myth WuKong is not that fragile." Basically saying leaks are not going to stop us. And so this is important to be honest with you. I kind of like the way the producer ended that. And it's saying like, hey man, we got a great game. We work really hard. And it's probably not going to be a perfect game. I'll be honest. I'm gassing this game up myself like a game of the year candidate. But I know that this studio is unknown. So what their direction, we don't have an expectation. I think that's helping them because whatever they give us, we have to accept. That's like what they're doing. And they're not doing nothing revolutionary. It's just amazingly creative. transform into other animals or other things, and to have the systems that they have already. Part of why I respect it and appreciate it. And so I won't be leaking anything. But tomorrow I have my official preview for you guys. So you can check that out, and should be exciting. It's gonna be a lot of spoilers, I guess, but I'm not gonna do story spoilers, so you can still experience that. But I'm going to be doing guides, tips, and tricks, and I'm basically gonna give you every single thing I can about the game without going crazy on story spoilers. So pretty much, if you've watched the recent video I made, which is so insane, and this is some of the footage, but you watch the full thing, it's like a 2-hour video, and there's a lot of bosses. You see some story, you see some open world, not open world, but environment exploring, all of that stuff. So I do believe that that's going to help you decide if you're interested in the game alone. Honestly, you don't need any words. If you like what you saw and said, I could play this, and give it a go, you know. But we'll see where you guys at with that concept. One last thing I want to say about this game, and that's been talked about, is how hard it is, and people keep comparing it to like Elden Ring, Dark Souls games. I don't think it's gonna be that hard for people. I'm not sure, right? Everybody has different skill levels, so let's take that back. But what I mean is, like, if you can beat Elden Ring, then you can easily beat this one. Not easily, but should be able to beat this pretty swiftly. And the same thing with other games. I don't think it's going to be on that level. I think they wanted to give a casual fan a chance to enjoy it without going through too heavily of a challenge. And so don't get discouraged, especially at the start. They said they throw a lot of bosses at you in the very beginning just to challenge the player to get better and to learn the systems. And I love that. So guys should be good to go when it comes to that. I personally cannot wait to stream this on release and just hang out and talk about the game and just feel it out. But you can expect a preview. You should be checking that out. It should be popping up on your screen in a second here. I do have my membership that just started. We're going to be doing a lot of cool community stuff, and I want everybody to get on board, rock with me, man. Hey, I'm going to see you on the next one. It should be popping up on screen now. All right, go check that preview out. Peace.